Today's court turns to beer parlor. Immediately, Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail by Court of Appeal. I greet you, my dear listeners in the house. It's a pleasure meeting you all still on this very broadcast. The IPOP leader Nnamdi Kanu, as we just speak right now, has just been granted bail by the Court of Appeal. In fact, everywhere is just full of joy and celebration. It's a long journey, my dear people, and that very long journey has just come to an end today. No more speaking of too much grammar, no more speaking of too much English, no more nagging, no more challenges and all of that. The IPOP leader is finally going home after all said and done. Yes, looking at the content, you see what they mean by this. They said court turned to a beer parlor. Immediately Nnamdi Kanu was declared free. What do they mean? Or does it mean that the court permits the drinking or dancing inside the court the moment Nnamdi Kanu was declared free? All right, going through the content, I discovered that was not what that means. It means that the IPOP leader release actually attracted danceable step and jubilation from the people who were actually seen observing the trial of the IPOP leader. There in this court, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers were seen dancing to different steps. Oh my God, you will not believe what this today has actually attracted or has actually brought to every one of us. All right, let's quickly check the content, my dear listeners. This is Evening News. The Court of Appeal today has turned to a beer parlor after the IPOP leader was declared free. Nnamdi Kanu, the arrested leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, whose membership is prohibited, successfully appealed to the Court of Appeal, which was sitting in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, today, Thursday. The leader already has been granted release. His release attracted different danceable steps by the lawyers who were spotted jubilating, hugging, and praising God for all he has done. Additionally, the court freed and exonerated the troubled group's leader. Kanu requested release and acquittal in his appeal, which was dated April 29th and was designated. Kanu was initially charged on December 23rd, 2015, and on April 25th, 2017, he was released on bail. However, the Court of Appeal threw out the whole set of terrorism-related accusations that the federal government had filed against Kanu and stated on Thursday today that his kidnapping from Kenya to Nigeria was unconstitutional and illegitimate. The federal government forced rendition of Kanu to Nigeria, according to the appellate court, violated all national and international laws, rendering the interest allegation against him inadmissible and illegal. The federal government's accusations against Kanu were thrown out and set aside by the appeal court in a decision by Justice Oludotun Adebola. The appellate court then declared Kanu not guilty of the discharge. According to Justice Adebola, the allegation against Kanu was rendered null and void since Nigeria failed to extradite Kanu in accordance with the law. The appeal court also ruled that the Boko people charges should be dismissed since the federal government had failed to reveal the location and dates of the alleged crimes. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Kanu's attorney and a human rights campaigner, commented on the verdict on his Facebook page today, Thursday, saying Kanu had finally prevailed. My dear people, you need to see what is happening right now in the southeast. Aside from what they said that happened in the courtroom today, southeast Southeast is just full of celebration. You can imagine the IPOP leader has finally been free. Those enemies, those evil men who doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, who were working on the ground to see that Nnamdi Kanu still remain in detention, today they have been shamed. Where are they? They are hiding their faces. Can you imagine? After all said and done, at last Nnamdi Kanu has finally seen the lights. Hey, my people in the house, it's a thing of joy, and also it calls for a celebration. You understand? You see, there is something a lot of persons don't know about this release of the IPOP leader. The release of Nnamdi Kanu is going to heal a lot of wounds. It's going to cure a lot of sickness. It's going to free a lot of people. Look at the old man that was detained for good 20 years in DSS custody. See what he said to Nnamdi Kanu when he was leaving. As if the man has already have known that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. He said, please don't forget me. My dear people, this is confirmed. It's confirmed, I'm telling you. All right, let's quickly start looking up to your opinion. At least let's know what's your own thoughts and what's your own opinion or ideas on what has just been reviewed. Maybe don't forget, your comments are very, very, very important. Don't forget to leave your comments below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.